Hi, guys. All right, let me see if you guys. Okay. Hi. Hello. Hello. I don't know if I like my green screen. First of all, my green screen is jacked right now because this hair is like. Look at the blue. Look at the. I don't know if I like the background though. Let's see what we can do. Hey, let us see. Good afternoon. Do we want just regular green? No, I don't know if I like this. Maybe I want a beauty room today. Maybe I want a beach room. Let's do some beachy stuff. Let's do maybe a beach home. Oh, there we go. Obviously, I'm not here at the moment. Obviously, if you're just hopping on, there's a green screen behind me. And it's not even set up right now, so that's why my hair looks... Well, if I go like that, then you can't see the... Oh, awful. All right, you guys. So, hello. We are now at the beach. That works for me. That works for me. I will fix it, I promise. Just, I haven't had time. And I don't want just a regular wall behind me, so. All right, let's start talking. So, really quickly, I say really quickly every single time. It never fails. It's not really quickly, but I'm going to try and keep it quick as fast as possible. All right, so where do I even want to start? Okay, if you are in network marketing, all right, and I think the title of this was something like, it was like, this tip will save you a ton of stress and frustration and all that other good stuff. So, the number one thing as far as saving yourself the hassle of frustration and anxiety and wanting to rip your hair out and all that other good stuff. This tip will save you a lot of time if you follow through with it. I saw this in my old company happen. I see this now in my new company. I see it in other companies. It's just a non-stop thing that I think doesn't get spoken about enough. And it's so ridiculously basic that everybody should just know this, but nobody does. I certainly didn't. I wanted to rip my hair out when I was in my prior company until I learned, like, wait, hold on a second. So this tip, all right, this tip will save you all the stress in the world if you follow through with it. So the tip is to save you stress in network marketing, okay? You have to remember to not hold on to your team. You have to remember this. Do not hold on to your team. And what I mean by that is a perfect example, okay? When we are dating somebody, right? What do people always say to us? If we're going through a breakup, right? I guarantee you that every single person watching this has been through a breakup at some point in their life, whether they were 10 years old or 40 years old, doesn't matter. Every single person has been through a breakup at some point in their life. So what is the one thing that your friends, your family, whoever always tells you? When you're going through a breakup, you don't hold on to the person, right? The harder you hold on to them, the harder you squeeze, okay? The more you're going to push them away. The more that you're going to just have them go, right? So bring that back to network marketing now. If you are holding on to your team for dear life, right? You are not doing any... Yeah, you see that view, Claire? My green screen right now, hence my hair all wackadoo. But I have it in the background because that's the view that I want in my life. So there we go. So when you are holding onto your team for dear life, okay, say you enrolled 5 people, right? And you've only enrolled 5 people. If you're holding on to those 5 people and you are so focused on squeezing the life out of them to get them to do work, to get them to show up to a Zoom, to get them to enroll somebody, to get them to make a sale, to get them to do anything that they need to do, right? It's never going to work. It's never going to work. And the only thing that you're ever going to do is cause yourself more stress and frustration. Like I said before, we don't want to be ripping our hair out, right? So what do you do instead? You let them go. You let them go. You cannot hold, first of all, let's just back it up. You cannot make anybody work. Okay? That's just, Whether you own a regular brick and mortar 9 to 5 shop down the corner, or you are in network marketing and you're a leader on a team, you cannot make people work if they don't want to work, right? You will find people on your team giving you every excuse imaginable, okay? Oh my God, I'm so busy. Oh my God, I have so many things going on. Oh, this one's in the hospital. I have this going on. I have that. Oh, I need surgery, right? These are all realistic things that happen. But what you have to remember is that everybody is living their life. It is not just them. And if you're one of those people, it's not just you. And if you're one of those people making excuses and not being truthful, then you really need to hear this. It is not just these types of people that are living their lives. Every single person in this world is living their life. So what does that mean for you? As a leader in network marketing, right? As somebody who maybe just enrolled 3 people and none of those people are working. And you're like, I have these 3 people. I need to squeeze the life out of them, right? What did I say before about when you have a breakup? Okay, I need to hold on to them for dear life because I'm afraid that they're not going to do anything. I'm afraid that they're going to go. I'm afraid that they're not going to get this work done. Okay, and then what do I do then? Then I can't make money. Then I can't move forward with this company, right? What you do then is you start enrolling new people. If your focus is solely put on people that are literally sucking the life out of you with their life excuses, then you are not doing your business the right way. You're not. And this will save you a ton of stress and frustration and ripping your hair out, okay? Because what you want to be making sure that you're doing is that you're focusing your energy in a positive light. If those people on your team, and granted, you will have amazing people on your team. And whether you have 3 people or 30 people or 3,000 people, it doesn't matter. You will have amazing people and you will have people that are just there to make excuses. You will also have other people that are just there to make friends. There's so many different people that are on your team, but you have to find out who's who. You can't just assume. Here's the problem. You can't just assume. Yes, exactly, Kelsey. You can't just assume, okay, that they are going to have the same work ethic that you do, because that's not true. Otherwise, everybody would be a leader. Everybody would be at the top of their game. Everybody would be making sale after sale after sale and enrolling like crazy if they had the same exact work ethic that you do. But that's not the case. Everybody is on a different journey. Everybody has a different level. Everybody's in a different game that they're playing, okay? So what you need to do, if you have a team under you, if you've enrolled people and you all of a sudden now are stuck because nobody's working, right? What does that do to your business? That stalls your business, but for no one's fault but your own. Nobody else's fault but your own. Because if your business is stalling, and you guys, I've had to tell myself this. Over the years, I've had to tell myself this exact same advice, which is why I'm telling you now, because people need to hear it. Like if your business is stalled right now, it's because of what you're doing with your team. It is for no other reason than the fact that your energy is not focused on enrolling new people, fresh blood, as we like to say in this industry. It's your attention is not focused on enrolling fresh blood, new people. Your attention is focused on trying to get the people that are already there that aren't working to work. And what did I just say before? You cannot make people work. You can't. You can inspire them all day, but you cannot push them to where they're actually going to do something if they don't want to do it. This is just how it is. Like, how many times do you have to tell your toddler? Over and over and over again. And that's a 2 or 3-year-old. Now, an adult is already set in their ways, okay? So I know for me, if somebody tells me something that I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it. It's one of my biggest, I would say, one of my most endearing qualities and also one of my biggest flaws, because it can go hand in hand, right? Like Dan knows, and Dan makes fun of me all the time. He's like, I already know you are not going to do something unless you want to do it. And that is 100% true. I am very, very stubborn with certain things, and that's just how I am. Now, I know I'm not the only one in the world like that, right? So think of your team. Think of your team, okay? Who is working right now? Who is actively showing up to Zooms? Even if they're not enrolling. This is something I want to discuss really fast. I want you to understand who is working and who isn't on your team. And it's not what you think. It's not always just, oh, well, they're enrolling a lot of people, so they're working. That's not always the case, okay? There could be people on your team right now that are showing up to every single Zoom. They are going to every single event. They are posting. They are doing every single thing they need to do, okay? And they're having problems enrolling people, right? So they just might not be good at enrolling. However, they're putting the work in. So don't discount those people, because there are people right now on your team that aren't enrolling or making as many sales as maybe some other rock stars are, but they're rock stars in their own way because they're present. They're showing up. I have people on my team, not mentioning any names, but they know who they are. I have people on my team that will enroll a good amount of people a week, but never show up for a Zoom. Do you know what annoys me? When they don't show up for a Zoom. That pisses me off more than if they didn't enroll people. Because I feel like as a leader, if you're putting your time in, right, to your people, to your team, on a Zoom, in events, in Facebook Lives, whatever it might be, okay, if you're showing up for your team, a lot of times leaders feel, well, they need to show up too. That's another thing, though. There's people that you will see that you might be one of these people where you enroll a lot of people and you're like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to show up. Well, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to show up, but I still show up every single day, every single time that I need to do a Zoom, every single time that I need to do a live, unless it's an emergency or something crazy happens, I have to cancel. But other than that, I'm showing up for my team. So you need to look at who is showing up, not just enrolling like crazy. Because the people that are there, that are loyal, that I don't Alexandria, what? The people that are there and loyal and really want to learn and soak in all the info, they're also rock stars. Don't discount them. Don't discount those people, okay? So I wanted to talk about that really fast so I could talk about the other stuff. So when you're focused on you guys, I'm just laughing right now because of crazy little things. When you're focused on people that are, why didn't they show up to the Zoom? Why are they not doing this? Why are they not doing that? Right? Something I always say too is that, well, you're not their boss. You're not their boss. You aren't, anybody's, you didn't hire anybody. If you're in network marketing, you more than likely didn't hire anybody. And you have people that are on your team that just want to be your friends sometimes. So trying to get them to work when they're just trying to look for like $100 a week, like, okay, I just want $100 a week. That's really all I want. You need to look at who wants more. And then if those people are telling you they want more and they're not doing stuff, then get stressed out and frustrated. Yeah, do what you need to do. But at the end of the day, you guys, everybody is there for a different reason. Okay? Everybody's there for a different reason. And exactly. They own their own business. Okay? And if they're there with the mindset of whatever they came into this business as, okay, where they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I just want a few extra $100. I don't want to be at the top of this company, right? That's another thing that a lot of leaders assume. A lot of leaders assume that if they're signing up for network marketing and they're joining this company, they want to be at the top. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. You'll find more times than not, people do not want to be at the top at all because they don't want the other stuff that comes with that. But you need to find out from your team who wants to be there and who doesn't, because I guarantee you, if you start asking around, they'll be like, well, I think I just want to do it a little bit. And then now you'll hear from somebody that just wants to do it a little bit. And for the last how many months now were you stressing about them? How many months were you stressing, or how many weeks, or however long were you stressing about the fact that they weren't enrolling enough people? They weren't doing this. They weren't doing that. But meanwhile, if you would have known from the get-go what they wanted, right? What they wanted, they only wanted a few $100s a month at most, then you wouldn't be stressed out. You would be enrolling new people yourself. So bring it back to this, okay? When your focus and your energy is going towards people that are not working and you're sitting there stuck in your business and you're like, what is going on right now? Like, why is this even happening? Like, nobody's working, blah, blah, blah. Well, are you working? Are you working? And again, this is something I've had to tell myself many times, where in my prior company, I'd be like, what the hell is happening right now? Like there'd be days where I would just be like, I'm just gonna just go in my room and close the door and never come out again. Like that was some days that I had, but I had to sit back and be like, wait, are you enrolling right now, Jess? Or are you in management mode? Like that's a whole other video. Are you in management mode? Are you enrolling right now? Or are you too focused on people that aren't working, but really they don't want to be where you want to be? So what's the point in stressing over them, right? Like what is the point in stressing over people that don't want to be where you want to be? Because not everybody wants to be there. What's the point? You're only stressing yourself out, first of all, and you're only stalling your own business, second of all. So if you would stop and focus on fresh blood, fresh meat, new blood, how we always say, okay? New enrollments, right? Most compensation plans, most network marketing companies need a handful of people for that person at the top to get to the top and bring the rest of the people with them, right? To bring their team with them. Most network marketing companies only need a handful of people. You don't need most of the time to enroll 1,000 people on your own. I don't know any company that does that. If there is, let me know. But I don't, I love you, Nikki. You're so sweet. I could watch you all day. If you guys don't know who Nikki Smith is, I'm going to put her comment up right now. She is one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen. You have got to watch her. And if you love makeup, go and follow her. So if you're stressed out about people that aren't working, you're stalling your business. So here's what you do, okay? You find out exactly who on your team wants to actually get to the top, right? And even if they don't want to get to the top, they want to get somewhere where you know they're going to be a solid leader position. They are in a position where, okay, they have a really good amount of people under them. They're leading their own Zooms. Maybe they have their own group. They're doing events. They're doing whatever it might be, okay? And they get into a position where that's where they want to be. They might not want to be top person, right? Not many people want to do that, I told you. But they might want to be somewhere around the top. So you need to find out where each person on your team wants to be. And in the time frame that they want to do it in, because there's going to be some people that may want to be at the top, but they want to do it in 5 years. You need to look at time frames. There's going to be people on your team that, yeah, I want to be making the most money in this company. Okay, in what time frame? And when they tell you, probably within the next 5 years. All right. Well, for me, I'm looking at like a year time frame. So you know, or I know that for me, if somebody tells me, yeah, within 5 years, okay, well, I'm going to work with them. I'm not going to just discount them. I'm going to work with them. They're on my team. Okay. They have goals. They want to get somewhere. I'm going to work with them. Absolutely. But my focus and my stress and my anxiety is not going to be put towards them because they have a time span of 5 years from now, right? Well, within 5 years. So I know for me, I'm looking at way faster than that. And if you are in that position where you have people on your team that you're looking at, you know, they might want something in the next month. Okay. Well, if they put that in writing, put it in writing so you can remind them. I love to do things where I'm like, can I get that in writing? Or especially on Facebook Messenger, I always have things and I'll screenshot what somebody said and I'll send it back to them. I'll be like, 2 months ago, you said this. Where are we at? What are we doing? Did you change your mind? That's fine if you changed your mind, but I just need to know. And the reason I need to know is so that way I'm not so focused on this person and stressing myself out about the fact that what they told me 2 months ago completely changed 2 months later. And here I am wondering like, okay, are they going to do anything? When meanwhile I could be focusing my time and energy on people that are doing stuff and also enrolling new people, new blood, all that stuff. So when people, and I get this a lot, people tell me a lot, are you with the direct sales kit? I am, yeah. I left my other company a year ago now. My goodness. I left my other company a year ago, and I was with them for 6.5 years. And I'm now a founding partner with Emrys International. So it's brand new. We are currently in pre-launch right now. We just got out of soft launch, I think like 2 or 3 months ago. So we're right now in pre-launch. So yeah, so it's really, really new. We only just kind of started it. So yeah, there you go. So when you have people on your team that are literally sucking the life out of you, okay, you have to look at what you're doing in the same situation. Are you squeezing the life out of them at the same time? Because if you're holding on to people just because you enrolled them, here's the thing. Just because you've enrolled people does not mean, one, they're going to work or do anything. It does not mean that they owe you anything. You're not entitled to anything just because you're a leader. Please know that. You are not entitled to anything just because you are a leader. You are a leader because you knew how to enroll people and you got people going, and maybe you've taken that a step further and you pour into your team and you help them and you do this and you do that, and that's fantastic. But you aren't owed anything, okay? So that's something I see a lot. So if you are squeezing the life out of people on your team that aren't working, and you're sitting there saying, you know, I'm reaching out to you 10 times a day. I get this a lot. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. I will get messages from people that say, I don't understand. Nothing's happening with my team. They're not doing anything. You know, I don't know where I'm going right now. Well, what do you mean you don't know where you're going right now? That's the mindset that's really, really going to set you up to fail. Because if you are depending solely on the people that you enrolled and not realizing and thinking to yourself, well, I can enroll more people, right? I don't know what it is. There's something about when people enroll people in network marketing and they create a team, they think that like that's where it ends. I've seen this so much, and I mean it's just what it is. I've seen people think like this is where it ends. I have to only focus on these people, especially in the beginning, especially if you're new to the company or new to network marketing in general. You think every single person is so precious, and that's true. Every single person should be precious. That should be how it is all the time. But in the beginning, especially if you're if you're green in this industry, then you're enrolling people and it's like, oh, I finally got somebody. And now you don't want to lose them. So you will chase after them all day, every day, 24/7. And you'll be like, I have a Zoom today, or I have a Zoom 10 times today, and you have to be on it, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you need to get to know the people that you enrolled. You need to know exactly who they are, what's going on. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. And find out where they want to be. Otherwise, again, you're going to be stressing yourself out and you're going to be squeezing life out of them, like I said. So that's something I see happen so much. People stall and stop their business because they think that their business is completely dependent upon their team. And yes, in network marketing, that is true to an extent. To an extent, you guys, like you could be enrolling and making sales all day long and have no team whatsoever. Or you could be making sales if you're enrolling, you're having a team. Ignore me. But you could be, you know what I'm getting at, right? You could be making sales all day long on your own without any team under you. And you could be making bank. I did this in my old company, okay? And when I first got started, I did this in my old company. So I'm telling you this is true. And I'm sure there's other people on here that are watching that have probably done it too. And you guys know. You guys know how true this is. You do not need a massive team underneath you, or you do not need people that you're enrolling, to be making bank, right? But when you start enrolling, Nikki, I'm so glad you said that. Never stop enrolling until you're at the top. And something me as well, how I feel like you have to constantly be recruiting. If that's your game, if that's where you want to be, I'm a recruiter. I love to recruit. I love the whole idea. I just love it. I love everything about it. And I love it because I don't do it in that salesy way. Okay. And I teach that too, like to not do it in that salesy way. So, but what I love about recruiting is that for me, it never stops. Even if I go a week and don't recruit anybody or don't enroll anybody, I'm still recruiting actively every single day. And I feel like no matter how high you get, right? Like take a break for a little bit if you want to. Yes. But for me, like, I just feel like the number one thing is to just consistently be recruiting because you can't put your entire life on somebody else. Look, at the end of the day, okay? At the end of the day, you're going to have people on your team that are amazing human beings, and they are going to become probably some of your best friends in life. And that is an amazing thing when that happens, if that happens, okay? Because it does happen. There are people that you will become closer with than your current best friend. It's just how it is because you're working together every day, right? Like I have a few people on my team right now that I literally, like, I could tell them anything. We are that close. But at the end of the day, something that Dan told me once, and this I will always find a way to repeat this on a live as much as possible because it's something that always remains true for me and always will. When you are stressed out about people on your team, when you are losing your mind over frustration and everything else, like they're not enrolling, they're not doing this, they're not showing up, whatever, ask yourself if you know when their birthday is. Ask yourself if you are really that good of friends with them. Ask yourself if you know the name of their child. Because if at the time when Dan asked me this, when I was going through a nightmare of an issue in my old company, I was losing my mind, like anxiety, depression, frustration over some people. And at the end of the day, I'll never forget, he came into the bedroom. I was laying in bed, like feeling sorry for myself, like I hate my life, I hate this, blah, 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 right? And he came into the bedroom and he's like, you need to get up. And I was like, I'm not moving. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not. I was like, no. I was like, do you see how upset I am right now? And he's like, I don't care. He's like, you have been moping around for the last few days. Like, you are in severe depression right now. Like, I need you to understand where this is coming from. And I'm like, I know exactly where it's coming from. She, blah, 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 right? And it went right back to she, la, 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 la. And he's like, okay, she, tell me, when is her birthday? And I just ignored him. I didn't say anything. He goes, tell me what her daughter's name is. Tell me when her daughter's birthday is. Tell me where she currently lives, the name of the town that she lives in right now, because she just moved. You don't know any of that. So why are you letting this person literally stop your life right now when you don't know any of those things about her? And likewise, vice versa, her for you. And I was like it is a rare moment where I'm like, all right, Dan is right. But to this day, I quote him all the time. I'm like, guys, I got to tell you something that my husband said years ago that stuck with me forever. And to this day, I think of that. To this day. And I try and put that out there as much as possible because when we're in network marketing, again, especially in the beginning, those people are so precious to us, and they should be, right? But at the end of the day, if people are draining you and they are sucking right? Isn't that good? And they're sucking the life out of you because you're so focused on what they're not doing rather than just doing your job and enrolling new people, right? And maybe if those people that are not doing anything, they might start doing stuff later on. They might come around and say, I'm going to, 5 months from now, a year from now, I'm going to change everything and I'm going to start doing this. You don't know, right? Don't discount anybody ever, but don't put your focus on those people at the same time. Don't put your stress on those people. Don't put your energy on those people because when your energy is focused on the people that aren't working, you're not going to work. And all you're going to do is get into management mode. And like I said before, that's a whole other video. I actually have a video on YouTube. I need to make more videos. That's what I'm going to start to do finally. I have new hair, new look, new everything, like new brand. I'm good. I'm back. Like all the videos are coming out. All right. So everything that I used to do with my old company, all the videos are coming back and they're starting today. So either way, at the end of the day, like I said, your focus needs to be put on people that are working. And when I say working, I mean showing up, not just enrolling like crazy, right? Like they're great at what they do. Like I'm a massive enroller. I am a very, very big enroller. I'm good at what I do. Yeah, sure. But there's a lot of times that I wouldn't show up for things. And I felt like that's not cool either. You know what I mean? Like it has to be both. Okay. So you need to look at the people that are working, that are showing up, that are present on your Zooms, that are asking you questions, that are reaching out to you, that are answering you when you reach out to them. That don't leave you all the time when you have a scheduled, whatever you have going on. Like those are the people that are genuinely invested. And they're not just invested in the business, they're invested in you as a leader. So if those people are invested in you, don't discount them. Even if they're not enrolling as much as you would like to see them enroll, they might be happy as a pig in shit right now, doing what they're doing, enrolling maybe 1 or 2 people a month and calling it good, because that's really all they want to do. Okay? But don't discount those people just because they're not enrolling a lot. However, on the flip side, do discount the people that are never showing up, that are not doing anything, that are not answering your messages, that are not literally present and are not respecting you, more importantly, or the company that you're with, or the business that you're in. Do discount those people, because once you realize who those people are, you will have a huge weight off your shoulders, because then you can start enrolling again. Then you can start doing what you're good at, doing your job, pouring into the people that want it, pouring into your runners. That's another thing. Walk with your walkers, run with your runners, and just leave everybody else alone. That is literally how I have run any business, whether it's network marketing or my other businesses that I actually own, okay? We've had assistants. We've had people. Like, if they're not pulling their weight, then they have to go. So if there's people on your team that are pulling you down, but not pulling their own weight, then they have to go. And all I mean by that is just your energy needs to detach from them. Your energy literally needs to just, okay, taking myself back. I'm not going to focus on these people. If they want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. But at the end of the day, if they don't want it, I'm not going to stress that they don't want it, because there's tons of other people out there that will be enrolling on my team if I just stop focusing on the negative and start enrolling again. Because something that Dan said to me too, and I talk about this a lot, is your energy. You guys, people can pick up on your energy. Always. It doesn't matter if you're doing an event. It doesn't matter if you're going online. It does not matter. I say this a lot. People pick up on your energy. So if you are only focused on the people that aren't working, and you're squeezing the life out of them, like I said, and you're just trying to get them to do stuff, and then you're wondering why your business is stalling, it's stalling because your frustration is coming out in your energy. So when you go live, no matter how much you want to fake it, it's not going to work. No matter when you make a post, it's not genuine. You're just posting to post at that point because you're fed up and you're frustrated with the people that aren't working. Well, what about the people out there that need the opportunity that you have? What about the people out there watching you every single day online, for example, that need the product that you have? But you're not posting a lot anymore because you're fed up with your current team. So they are missing out on seeing what you have to offer. So it's all connected. It's all connected. Your energy, your focus, literally everything. And you can't fake it. You can't fake it, which is why I'm saying you have to let some people go. If you've enrolled 4 people, okay, perfect example, okay, there's people that have been with us from soft launch. Okay, soft launch was a few months ago. So let's say 6 months ago. It was longer than that. But let's say 6 months ago. If you enrolled under me 6 months ago, and you have since enrolled 5 people on your team, and you have been focusing on those 5 people religiously, day in and day out, trying to do Zooms with them, trying to schedule 3-way calls, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to meet up for coffee, whatever it might be, okay? Those 5 people, if 4 of them do not have any respect for this business or any respect for you as a leader at this point, it's very obvious when that happens, okay? If they have no respect for either of those things, and you, more importantly, then you need to let them go. Because what's happening is this. You're focusing on those people, okay? And the one person that's killing it, you think because they're killing it, that everybody else is going to kill it. And that's, again, like we said before, that's not true. That's not true. That person can have the same work ethic that you have, but then you need to literally like pull out a whole bunch of new cards here with new people to find more people like that. It's never going to be where every single person you enroll is going to kill it. That's it. It's never going to happen like that. Like, it doesn't happen. There's always going to be people that don't work. So if you've been focusing on 4 of those 5 people that aren't doing anything, right? Rather than the one person that is, and helping that person every single day, okay? Helping that person every single day. All right, let's help you get 2 more people. Let's help you get some sales today. Let's help you spread the word about this amazing business to more people. Here's what we can do. Maybe we can do a live together. We can do this, right? With that one single person. That person is, one, going to be getting positive attention from you, Okay. But 2, they're going to be enrolling, which I don't know if it's just me or not. I don't think it is. But when somebody on my team enrolls, it gets me really positive and me really excited. So my energy is going to change, right? So your energy is going to change from them enrolling. They're going to love you because you've been helping them out. And then because your energy changed and you realize, wait a second, I don't need to be focused on these people that are not doing anything. They're only draining me. They are draining me. They're sucking the life out of me. I don't need to be focused on them. I'm going to be focusing on this person. And wow, they have a new team now because I've been working with them. So in that energy, then you feel I can enroll more people. If I got this person and they're doing this, I can enroll more people just like them. Will I find them in the next 4 people? Maybe not. Will I find them in the next 40 people? You have a better chance. Yeah. You have a better chance of finding them in the next 40 people. So, but the only way you're going to do that is if you don't stop recruiting yourself and you don't stop focusing on the people that are there, that are working, and that are pulling in people and showing up themselves. But when you put all of your energy, for example, like I said, if you signed on 6 months ago and you have not done anything because all you've been focusing on is the 4 people that aren't doing anything on your team, how has your team grown in the last 6 months if that's all you've been focusing on? Your focus and your energy has been put towards management mode, trying to get people to work that aren't ever going to work, rather than working yourself and enrolling people like you did in the beginning. So you need to get back to that. Whether you are in my company that I'm in or whether you are in another company altogether, it doesn't matter. Wherever you might be right now, if you're stuck in a rut, you need to look at who you're putting your energy towards. Because if your energy is focused on the people that I'm talking about right now, then you need to take it back immediately. Take back the energy, like literally detach from them for right now until you want to go back to them, whatever the case may be. Detach from them and focus on enrolling new people. And watch how your business changes. Watch what happens in the next few days, the next week. Watch what happens today. If you haven't enrolled anybody in months, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second. Okay, Jessica's right. I'm not going to say that I'm going to make you enroll. I'm just saying I could, but either way, if you haven't enrolled anybody in the last few months, if you haven't made a sale in the last few months, right? But let's go back to enrollment. And you've been focusing on the people that aren't doing anything, and then you watch this live right now and you're like, wait a second, I needed to hear this. Wait, I didn't realize that, okay, that I could just let some people go. Yes, you can. Yeah. 1, for your own sanity, but 2, for business, because there's going to be people that don't want to work. So if you didn't realize any of this, or maybe you just needed to hear this, I guarantee you, I guarantee you that if you change your mindset right now, and then you go out and you make a post, you go live, you just whatever, right? As if you just started your business yesterday, as if this is all brand new to you, you will enroll somebody today. I would literally bet my life on it because your energy changed. And when your energy changes and you're excited again, that's when people come in. Because who would want to enroll with somebody, one that isn't really posting or going live or doing anything because they're so frustrated with what's currently happening, right? But who would want to enroll with somebody that is not excited when they go live, is not excited when they make a post, is not really convincing enough because they can't be convincing themselves because their team sucks, right? That can be picked up on through social media. People can pick up on that. So why would anybody want to enroll with you if you're in that mindset? You have to get out of that mindset. So at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Detach from the vampires, basically. Detach from them for right now. And if that leaves you with literally nobody on your team that's working, start fresh. That's it. That is your biggest thing to do. You have to start fresh. Because when you bring in the new blood, when you bring in the new people, the fresh meat, so to speak, then that is what gets you excited. The second you enroll somebody new, you're going to get excited, right? And then what's going to happen? Your excitement is going to pour down into the team that isn't working right now. And maybe they'll catch on, maybe they won't. Maybe there'll be just one person that does. But at the very least, your excitement will bring on more people for yourself instead of you being so focused on the people that aren't doing anything. So, again, at the end of the day, that is the best tip I can give you as far as keeping yourself stress-free. You're going to have stress in network marketing. You're going to have stress in a regular 9 to 5. It's just what it is, okay? But if you want to be not frustrated, if you want to make sure that your focus goes in the right direction, then you need to focus on recruiting more people. You need to focus on fresh blood, and you need to detach your energy from the people that are draining you and the people that are never going to do anything. You know in your gut, if somebody's not answering you, if somebody's not showing up, if somebody hasn't enrolled in 6 months, okay, they haven't even done anything, they haven't gotten an auto ship going, nothing's going on, you cannot get them to work. It's never going to happen. They're already in another company, you just don't even know it. They're literally already in another company and you don't even know it. And you're focusing all your energy on them rather than your own business. Your own business. Because at the end of the day, and I say that a lot, I know. At the end of the day, you were not hired, right? You own, so to speak. You are a business owner. You are an independent brand ambassador, distributor, network marketer in your company, okay? There's a reason that it's called independent, because you are not attached to anybody. So what that means is when push comes to shove, if you're stressed out over people on your team, you have to remind yourself, wait a minute, this is my business. This is my business. I can't depend on people that aren't going to show up. I need to enroll new people and find the ones that will show up, that will work, that do have my work ethic, and then we can become one big happy family, and you can go from there. By the way, no matter how good you get, it's never going to stop. You're never, ever going to be in a position where everybody's working. Everybody I have is working. It's perfect. It's blah, 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 blah. Because you'll get to a point where you'll have people that you thought were going to be amazing, and they were amazing, and then all of a sudden a year later, they just drop. And that's going to shift you for a minute. But again, you have to remember, whose business is it? Whose business is it at the end of the day? You are an independent brand ambassador, an independent distributor, an independent network marketer, which means you are not dependent on anybody else. So that's what you have to remember. All right. I think that's it. I said it was going to be short. Almost an hour later. All right, you guys. I'm going to put this up on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're catching this replay, let me know below. And other than that, I will talk to you guys later. So, goodbye. How do I get out of here? Somebody tell me how I get out of here. Or we could just sit and talk. Let's see. Finish. It was blocking the finish button, you guys. All right. There's my fake beach behind me. My fake beach. All right. Goodbye.